Hello, my name is Vivian Marcel Anderson, and I'm making this video to look back on my choices in case anyone needs it. Excuse me. As a start, about 4 years ago, I enrolled in UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. It was my dream to become an artist, more specifically, fine art. If I could make my sculptures for the rest of my life, that would be a life well lived. You don't need a degree to become a fine artist, but high credentials mean a lot to some employers, and my parents wanted me to go. Going into this, I knew the stakes weren't in my favor. The job outlook for fine art is 6%, and the last recorded median pay in 2021 was at $49.96 per year. Still, I got into my top choice and went forward with high hopes I can make it. My first obstacle was the tuition price. The price was around $37,233. Still determined to make it, I got the student loan and went to school. Shortly after graduation, I went right to work on art and got a decent place to live in the city. Within a month, I ran into my first problem. What? It says here I need to pay $857 per month for my student loans. How am I expected to come up with that right now? Sell my kidneys? I'm barely scraping by already. You see, with a median pay of $49,960 and me living in LA at the time, I made around $40,536 per year after taxes on average. The required wage to live in the city was $37,836, so I was getting by, but I had little in terms of money to pay off my loan or my luxuries. The median pay for one is approximately $76,367, a lot more than I'd expected. It's LA, but it didn't feel very great. At the time, I tried to split my money between taxes and necessities. After taxes, I divided it evenly between food, rent, savings, and paying off my loans. No more spending on fun things. After putting together this budget, I realized I didn't have much left for my art supplies, my main source of income. I got a credit card soon after this, and everything on there I used for art supplies. I'm paying the minimum every month, and that's the only thing going okay right now. Eventually, these issues came up in my work.
What's this piece?
It's called I'm Being Crushed by Crippling Debt. I knew something had to change. I could only make so much off my art. I looked for alternatives. I need lots of money, and fast. Key components for me were high reward and high fluidity. I thought it would be best to invest in stocks and create an index fund. I thought about corporate bonds, but decided against it. Too long term for my situation. I ended up just doing this, along with getting a few odd jobs, not doing any unnecessary spending, and praying for the best. Investing in education sounded nice at first, but wasn't about to get more student loan debt anytime soon. I would have gotten another loan to pay off my first loan, but I couldn't put any more on my plate than I already had. It was important for me to diversify my options for the best future and outcome. I put in about $9,000 for my yearly income into a separate emergency fund savings account, which unfortunately just ended up being reserved for my student loan payments, which I regret now. All in all, I'm fine with most of my choices. If I were to change anything, maybe pick a different school or at least live in a cheaper area afterwards. I feel foolish for going to a prestigious art school for a career with a 6% success rate, even if I still desire to pursue it. Right now, I'm booking flights back to Nebraska to live with my parents for a few more years while I gather my bearings and not pay rent, while I focus all my financial attention on paying off my student loans. If I were to do it all over again, I would have possibly gotten to saving much sooner, or at least picked a different school that's cheaper. then maybe I wouldn't have to sell one of my kidneys.